Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night October 22, 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night October 22, 24. Transcribed by Wiser now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It's Tuesday, October 22nd. And you're listening to the big call. Thanks everybody for listening and tuning in again. And gosh, here it is October, and it feels like summer, and a lot of parts of the country is still warm. And almost hot. We're going to be 90 degrees here in Tulsa on Thursday. It's crazy, but that's alright. A lot of the countries have warm weather, and that's nice. Let's go ahead and pray the call in. Alright, let's go into where we are on the Intel portion of the call tonight. Appreciate that, Bob. It's very good explanation of everything. Love the Myatral. Let's see what else. Okay, let's get into what has been happening over the last 3 or 4 days. We knew we were close, last Thursday into the weekend. We knew we were really coming in the time, and we really thought that we would be there. And now, I believe we can say that at least everything that we're hearing is point this going right away. So even this evening, before the big all started, I received some information that said that, let's see. How are we going to say this? Okay, we're hearing that the fines and penalties, F&P, they call it fines and penalties, the farm claims and the Native American claims will be paid out tonight and tomorrow. So that's kind of an ongoing thing. Tonight, tomorrow. We're also hearing that is supposed to go and then we go, that happens and then we go. I believe the bondholders' information that we're getting is saying that they're going to receive their notification approximately the same time that we get ours. And then they'll be able to go on to their particular websites and put in their code, and be able to see the amount in their account. They already have a pre-designated amount that they want to have for the first 60 days. So they have that already designated a year ago. So that amount they can have access to that will last them for 60 days. Alright, so that's good news. I'm coming up with things that I'm remembering. After we exchange and redeem our ZIM node, the amount that we have in our Quantum account, we will move up to 1.6 billion into each LLC, or structure that we have created. Okay, 1.6 B into each one. So that gives us plenty of liquidity that's to last you for 60 days. After 60 days, we can do whatever we need to do with the money in Quantum account. If we want more, we bring more into bank account. We can do that. Okay, so that's a good thing. So just remember, 1.6D is the amount that we've been authorized to move from the Quantum account, using our Quantum access card into our primary Wells Fargo account. Or we're also calling it our master account, if you will, whichever term you like. And then once that's in that master account, we can move funds into the other sub-accounts, or LLC accounts. In the case of what I'm doing, I have 4 LLC. You guys know I will be using the same bank, Wells, for those initial accounts. But you can tie a total of 3 different banks, Wells, plus 2 others, to that Quantum account card so that you can download those funds to those accounts and go ahead and deposit those funds into those banks. Those other banks, besides Wells, I will stay with Wells initially, and then maybe add them later. Okay, let's talk about interest rates for a moment, before we go too much further. Interest rates. That's the amount that we are going to be paid in the bank accounts, not on the Quantum account. Remember, the Quantum account is a non-interest bearing account, okay? The banks will pay us interest, and we are to alright, this is going to be interesting. See if you guys can follow this. We have the ability to gain between 5 and 8.25%, and that's negotiable. 5 to 8.25%. That's negotiable. But, here's the deal, say you've got a boatload of ZIM, the more ZIM and other currencies that you have, the lower the interest rate will be. You would think it would be the opposite of that. But if you have a boatload of ZIM and you're going to move billions and billions into your bank account, obviously you don't need a high interest rate. Okay? So that means the more you have, the lower the interest rate, the least you have, the higher the interest rate that you can earn. Now these aren't currency rates. You guys know the difference. This is the rate of return called APY, annual percentage yearly, APY. That's what they're using as a term for paying out interest. Okay. So you'll get that as an APY between 5 and 8.25%, and let's say you have as a few dinar notes, or some dong that you come out of the exchange, with maybe only $100 million in USN. You made $100 million on the whole deal. You would be able to get the highest rate of return. You could actually go above 8.25%, just saying. Now there's no way to guess the system, so don't even worry about that, or think about it. You're going to get paid. That if you've got trillions and quadrillions and quintillions of dollars from Zim. That you're going to need interest at all? Of course not, but it would be nice, because we know that they want us to go possibly 200,300,400 plus years to see all of our projects to fruition. And I tell you, with the med beds, we'll be able to live that long or longer. So just realize that, it's going to be really interesting to see how all this goes. But don't worry about your rate of interest. It's going to be there. You're going to have a nice interest rate, and I'm still going to sort of try to get maybe 5 or 6% interest, and then take that quarterly. That gives me a goal that I can take so much, and I make an interest per quarter and make a goal to invest in people's lives or my projects, or which is the same thing. And try to use it all up before the next quarter. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's going to be tough, but I think we make an attempt to do that. It's going to be great. Alright, let's see. Let's go even further and see what else we can say about where we are. At least 3 separate sources have said that we would go, and I don't know if I had this on Thursday's call. I can't remember if I did. But if I didn't, we would be notified and exchange, and redeem Zim either Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday of this week. We were told by the same individual that this is definitely the week. And that individual was a member of the new United States Treasury. So taking that man and his word, we are definitely going either today, tomorrow or Thursday. Now, what can I say about today, Thursday? Things are happening today, but we're not being notified today. So we can write today off, except for what is happening tonight, the fines and penalties. The end farm collection overnight tonight. Now that shouldn't hold us up too far. We've been told we would be notified tomorrow before lunchtime, but with these other things going on, let's just explain. Expect to be known to exchange at some time on Thursday. Okay, so I'm very excited about where we finally are in this quest, to have everything ready. To go for us, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Had or left, and I believe it's happening tonight. And with us getting notified with our emails tomorrow. We will set our appointments and start exchanges tomorrow and or Thursday. I really believe that's where we are now. And I'm not the only one out there that's suggesting that. I know there are other people that put things out. Some of which is real intel, some of it's cut and pasted, but I believe that that's a good assessment of where we are, as far as let's see where is the, what do we call it now, shotgun start is concerned. Thank you, Jeannie, for bringing this up in your prayer requests. R&R, as I mentioned, was this month, but I don't know exactly when it's going to show up. It should still be this month. Let me say that. The increase in Social Security payments to seniors 62 and older. If you already signed up for Social Security received by the age of 62, and you'll be receiving that in November. And the first Wednesday of the month will get the increase in the second week, and the second week will get their normal amount on the second, and then they'll get the increase in the third week. And the third week will get their regular Social Security in the third Wednesday, and then get the increase in the fourth week. And if you're fourth week of social on that Wednesday, and you'll get the increase 2 days later if you're the fourth of, so that's going to work out really well for us. It's going to be a nice piece of change. It really is. It's going to be a nice amount. Obviously, if you're loaded with Zim and other currencies, it's not going to mean that much, but we're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth, as the expression goes. I'm also excited about everything coming through for us. I'm also excited about what we've talked about with some people that want to help with Rebuild North Carolina, Andrea and I think James is working there as well, connect them, as well as Henry, to make a start for us there to find out exactly how we can participate and what that can look like. I'm excited about what that will mean for us in helping. There are plenty of things that we'll be able to do. Not only North and South Carolina, Virginia and Tennessee and even coastal or upcountry in Georgia, but also be looking into Rebuild America opportunities in Florida, which, as you know, Bob knows firsthand about those, because he's been rendering help already for, himself, for Larry, or his friends, his neighbors, people down the street, his sister out there on the island. There's so much to be done in terms of the rebuild effort. We're going to plug in as much as we can and make that happen. Even if it's only when donations, we will help with donations. We are looking into reputable organizations and people specifically that we can work with and come alongside. Alright, so I'll be getting that information out to you when we solidify that, But I want everybody to enjoy the few weeks of this blessing by taking care of themselves. You know, whatever they're doing, they're moving, if they're not moving, if they're looking real estate, look at a new car, whatever it is. And vacation time, do what I've done many years and enjoy it for a little while, and we'll try to be ready for you, so check your emails, because we are going to be sending out updates from Big Call Universe. So that you guys can follow what it is we're looking to do. Okay? I'll try to make that short and sweet, so you can follow it and that you could participate with us in Rebuild America and Rebuild International, so there's a lot that's going to be happening pretty soon. Alright, well, that's what I wanted to share tonight. I really think that's to bring out to you, and let's see. Where am I going to go? Over here and try to get where I can turn the recording off, and I think the phone is over here. Did you ever lose your phone? Okay, I found the phone. Good night, everybody. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.